I really am not that concerned that the robots are going to come for our jobs. At least not in the way that a lot of people are thinking. Yes, of course, a lot of the work that we do is going to be automated and taken over by machines and algorithms through the 2020s. But there are many things that machines still can't do. For example, machines can't do complex problem solving. They're good at doing very complicated things, and they're very good at doing complicated, repetitive tasks over and over again with no mistakes, without getting tired and without needing to take a break. But there are many decisions in our world that are complex decisions that require something beyond just algorithms and rules and speed of processing. Let me give you two examples. Let's say you're at a restaurant and things are not going well. You're sitting, the meal isn't going the way you planned, and so you call the waitress over and you say, please, can we just sort this out? She does her best, she tries, but it isn't fixed, and you are still frustrated, maybe now even getting angry. What do you say? What's the next thing? You call the waitress over and you say, can I speak to the manager, please? This happens when you're standing in a queue at a government department or a bank or somewhere, and you're just frustrated at what's happening. Can I speak to the manager? What does can I speak to the manager mean? It says, I understand that something is going on here now. I understand there's a system in place, there's a process in place, but for some reason, I need to be an exception. I need to stand outside of the system now. If I explain myself to you, I'm sure that you will understand my exceptional situation and you will step outside of the rules for me. Imagine we could program a computer to step outside of the rules. Imagine actually you could train some of your staff to know when the rules don't apply and for everybody to be happy about that. This is intuition, it's creativity, it's experience. A number of different words describe what I'm talking about here. All of them require a human being with empathy, personal and diversity intelligence, and a sense of context to come in and make a decision. May I speak to the manager? A second example of where computers can't help us is maybe a little bit more of a political one and a little bit more touchy. I'm from South Africa, and if you know anything about South Africa towards the end of 2018, is the issue, probably you're aware of, is the issue of land reform. We in South Africa, a quarter of the century into our democratic government, are now thinking about reparations and reform. One of the big issues of the old South Africa under apartheid is that many of the black citizens of South Africa had their land taken away from them. They were forcibly removed from good land and put onto bad land. And now it's time for us to fix this. And it's actually a very, very simple issue to solve. There are only 5 questions that need to be asked and answered, and the situation is resolved. The question is, who owns the land now? Who used to own the land? Who should own the land? How much is it worth? And who will pay for it? Once you've answered those 5 questions, you've got a result. And what we could do is we could write a computer program to ask those 5 questions, get the 5 answers, and tell everybody what the answer is. And of course, everybody would then be happy, there'd be no arguments, and we could move on with our lives. Sure. That's not going to happen, because land reform and reparations for slavery and colonialism and apartheid, these things are not complicated issues, they are complex issues. The complexity comes because of human emotion. It comes because of historical issues that can't just be simply resolved with more facts and more truth. It comes because of different people's viewpoints. And this is why we can't give it to a computer to sort out. I know that's a big example and probably bigger than anything you're going to deal with in your family, in your workplace, or wherever you're thinking about automation and computers arriving. But it's still a good example of the fact that there are some things we can't give to the computers because they involve human connections. They involve human emotions. They involve things of value that are valuable to humans that don't have objective value. And that's where we need humans to come in. So that's why I am not scared that computers are going to take all of our jobs away from us. There are many, many reasons why we still need humanity in the system. What is going to happen in the 2020s is that we and the machines are going to work together, each with the things we do best, working in a beautiful harmony in the workplace, in politics, in the world around us. It's going to be good as long as we know what we as humans do well and let the machines do what they do.